Mayoral candidate Brad Bradford is releasing his plan to speed up construction in the city. Let's go live to the Portlands to listen in.
It's made their commute worse. People lose hours of their lives to gridlock in this city. Lakeshore is a mess. Construction seems endless. Nobody knows when it will end. The mayor should be looking for ways, both big and small, to take real action to get people in this city moving. The mayor should provide leadership, take concrete and practical actions to get things done for citizens faster. That's why I'm announcing today that I will accelerate the construction of the Gardiner Express rebuild. I will get this done by permitting 24/7 construction on the rebuild of the Gardiner East between Cherry Street and the DVP. By amending the city bylaws, construction workers will be able to get this project done faster. This will reduce the gridlock and get you home or get you to work faster. Not only will this reduce construction timelines, but it will also unlock 7.5 acres of new public lands for housing. Construction taking place between 9 p.m. and 7 a.m. would be limited to sites no closer than 100 meters from an occupied residential property. Nearby residents will benefit from shortened construction time, and people all across the city will benefit from having this critical infrastructure they need delivered faster. This should be a no-brainer, but City Hall's deferrals and delays stall construction and make gridlock worse. There are some folks in this race who actually want to reopen debates from 7 years ago and ask for more studies. That would increase the cost with delays and inflationary pressures and rob people of time in their lives as they sit in the gridlock caused by political gridlock. My plan to accelerate the Gardiner rebuild by permitting 24/7 construction will get this project done faster, reduce gridlock, and unlock more land for housing development in our city. The city needs to bring a greater sense of urgency to getting things done for the people of Toronto. The endless debates, deferrals, and delays will increase costs while decreasing the quality of life for our residents. We can do better, and we have to do better. And with your support, as your mayor, we will make this a reality. Let's get the Gardiner rebuilt faster. Let's shorten the construction time to reduce the gridlock. And let's bring a culture change of less talk and more action to City Hall to deliver real results for the people of this great city. Thank you very much, and I'll now take your questions. Sorry, could you ask that one more time?
People in Scarborough are going to have to wait 5 to 6 years to get a new subway put in. And would it be better, instead of just having a dedicated bus route, to have a dedicated right-of-way so people can get from Kennedy Station up to Ellesmere?
Yeah, this is a great example of the endless debate, deferral, delay at City Hall. We have been debating and discussing councils previous for decades about transit in Scarborough. And if you've ridden the RT, you know it's held together by duct tape and zip ties. It is at a breaking point. That is being shut down this fall. And because of the inaction of previous administrations and council, we are now jammed in a situation where riders are going to be longing for better service. And bus priority lanes will help, but at the end of the day, it's another example of Scarborough getting the short end of the stick because of the endless debate and deferral and gridlock at City Hall. It's unacceptable.
The federal government in getting a right-of-way built, so this would help the millions of people who leave Scarborough very early to get to work. Sometimes minimum wage jobs that it's like 3 to 4 hours of their day just in commuting.
People forget that Scarborough is a full third of this city. There's a lot of folks out in Scarborough, and there's a lot of people who take trips within Scarborough. And the endless debate and deferral from previous councils means that Scarborough transit riders are getting the short end of the stick. I will work with the province and the federal government to come up with a solution to best address the transit needs in the interim for Scarborough residents and the long term as the Scarborough subway is being constructed.
How fast do you think this Lakeshore line can be pushed ahead?
On the Gardiner?
On the Gardiner here and Lakeshore.
We anticipate a conservative estimate would be saving 2 years on the construction time. We're effectively doubling the amount of hours work will be permitted. I recognize you won't be working all of those hours all the time. Our estimate is we can get it done at least 2 years faster and get people moving.
How much is the cost overhaul for that?
It's all done within the existing budget. We're moving those dollars up because we're saving time. And in my consultations with industry, it's become abundantly clear the longer projects drag out, the more risk, the more cost escalation. Look at the Eglinton Crosstown and what a disaster that has been. Delay leads to increased cost. You get that done faster, more certainty, you save money.
The Dundas Square, there's a move to go on to rename Dundas Square into Gordon Lightfoot Square. Is that something you would support?
Gordon Lightfoot is an incredible Canadian, an icon for everybody. So many folks have grown up with Gordon Lightfoot playing in their living room on the radio. I think he's an incredible Canadian. We should certainly do something to acknowledge his contributions to this city and to this country.
Was tearing down the Leslie Street on-ramp for the Gardner a mistake, given your riding is probably one of the most affected?
Yeah, I hear about it from the residents in the East End all the time. What a challenge that has been, and the lack of certainty on when that's going to be finished. It disconnects the East End from the rest of the city. That was a decision made back in 2015. We're dealing with the consequences today, which is why I will move forward with 24/7 construction to get that done faster, get the city moving, save up to 2 years on the construction timeline.
That last part you just heard from Brad Bradford pretty much sums up his announcement. He plans to, if elected and chosen as the city's next mayor, accelerate construction on the Gardner rebuild, allowing 24/7 work between the hours of 9 p.m. and 7 a.m. Though construction workers would be able to work no closer than 100 meters from any occupied residential property. He thinks this plan would accelerate the rebuild by roughly 2 years' time to get people across the city moving a lot faster.